why did the temple disappear? Now you have to see that Hindus were very attached to this temple. You see in later centuries that they always come back to this site even when it is under Muslim occupation. You see clearly for them it was not just any place, and so they rebuilt it. That's why you have several layers. So it's not Hindus who removed it. You see, if perhaps the building got dilapidated, they would have taken it apart and rebuilt it at once. So it's someone else who removed it. Now, the people who build mosques have themselves witnessed very many times that they destroy temples. Indeed, there are Muslim sources that say the same thing about the Ayodhya temple. And moreover, this is not limited to India. This already existed before, when Islam only existed in West Asia. And indeed, it goes back to the Prophet. When he entered the Kaaba, he immediately destroyed all the idols that were in there. And later, Muslim temple destroyers take that as their legitimation. So they're only emulating the Prophet. Imagine that the place was destroyed, but not by Muslims. In that case, they should have no objection at all to restoring it as a Hindu pilgrimage site. You see, if they didn't demolish it, well, so much the better. Okay? But then what is this mosque doing at the site? That's a bit strange. So at any rate, for as far as our documentation goes back, we see that all three, Europeans, Muslims, and Hindus, are in agreement that there was a temple destruction scenario, that the temple forcibly made way for a mosque. So let's consider the Islamic doctrine of iconoclasm. We can unfortunately not rely on a direct testimony. Of many other temples we have direct testimony, like for instance of Mahmud Ghaznavi's destruction of the Krishna Janmabhoomi and of the Somnath temple, Aurangzeb's destruction of those same two and of the Kashi Vishwanath. Here we almost had a source just too good to be true, and effectively it is not true. It is the diary of Babar. So Babar went to Ayodhya and he kept a diary on what he did there. So this is the best source you can have. I mean, of course, you have to take into account that Babar may have been self-serving in his account and so on. All these things, you know, a historian knows that he has to take that into account. But nevertheless, it would have been priceless if we had his own description. But unfortunately we don't, because the storm wind came and blew away a number of pages from his diary. And so in a later entry in his diary, he describes this incident with the storm wind, but so the vital pages have gone missing.